Hey, it's Big V here, and we're talking teams. So according to our national study, The Unexpected Impact of Teams in Real Estate, we found some unbelievable data, and I'm going to share with you some of those statistics today. First, more than half, 55% of team members reported that being on a team has positively impacted their life. So I want you to think about that. How does being on a team positively affect your life outside of work? It's because of leverage. Being on a team enables team members to be more productive and allows them to earn greater income. Now wait a second. They're on a team. They are more productive and they earn more money, but aren't they on lower splits? How is that possible? We'll talk about it. 86% of real estate professionals say being on a team makes it easier to have a sense of community, collaboration, and accountability. You see, when you're part of a team, the team members come together to hold each other accountable. It removes the dictatorship of a team leader, of making someone do something, to creating a culture of accountability where we hold each other accountable to accomplish our goals. And that's one of the big positive impacts of being on a team. 83%, like more than 2/3 of real estate professionals say having a team makes ongoing learning and development much easier. Think about that. So we live in this world of technology online learning, but when you're on a team, the study pointed out that it makes learning easier and professional development easier. And I think that's because when you do it with somebody else, there's a synergy that happens when you're working together. So even though there's all these positives of being on the team, we also found that there's some definite challenges being on the team as well. So the study found some of these challenges, and these challenges include poor communication and poorly identified roles and responsibilities were one of the biggest threats that were identified in the team study. Not clearly writing down what the roles and responsibilities of each team member are creates confusion in the team. And when there's confusion, people pull back. It's not because they don't want to do the work or because they don't want to do a good job. It's because they're not sure and they don't want to let the team leader down and they don't want to let each other down, the other members of the team. The number 2 threat comes from lack of time for the team leaders. Now, this is kind of interesting to me because you think by starting a team, you have greater leverage. The reality is when the team leader has the inability to let go of things, they hire team members, but then they keep doing the work that they should be letting go of. And then they don't have time to do the 2 most important things a team leader should do. And the first one is business development, and the second one is people development. One of the things we've created at Workman is an online training center that includes programs like buyer agent mastery, listing agent mastery, admin training, and new agent training called RAMP to create leverage for the team leader and an online and offline environment where people can plug in to some of the best training in the world so it's not all on the shoulders of the team leader. The third threat that happens is the lack of systems and processes for the team. So I want you to think of it like this. Anything you do 3 times, you should have a system for. And if you don't have a system for it, that means that each time the team members are going through the process of doing something, they're reinventing the wheel. So if you do it 3 times, create a system and a checklist so that anybody sitting in that seat can do exactly what they need to do in the order they need to do it. Systems and processes make a huge impact on your real estate team. If you want to have better experiences as a team leader and you want your team members to have better experiences, write things down. One of the things we like to tell our team leaders to do is create a Zoom video or a Camtasia video. Whenever you're entering something in the MLS, whether it's the multiple listing data or a new listing or you're setting up something in your CRM, just turn your recorder on, turn the meeting on and hit record. Then take that little video segment of you doing that task and put it in your operations manual. So now anybody who has to go do the same thing instead of coming back to the team leader can just go in and watch the video and actually do that task. The goal is to have clearly defined goals, clearly defined roles, and systems for everything. The number 4 thing was just kind of interesting, and I find this to be fascinating, and I'm going to read this to you exactly as it reads in the study. But lack of support from major real estate companies and brands, 89%. 89, that's the majority of all real estate agents, leaders, and teams believe that their major brand and company should have a higher level of support for teams. So, if you're a brand owner, if you own one of the big brands or big independents, your agents are questioning the value you provide to them as team leaders. And that calls for transformational leadership, new programs, compensation things. Team leaders want to know what to do, when to hire, who to hire, how much do I pay a buyer's agent, a listing partner, and so forth. And all that training is specifically designed for team leaders will make such an impact on your company or brand. So my question to you is, are you team reactive as a brand? Or are you team proactive? Are you providing your team leaders with the tools, the training, the trade secrets, the team playbook, the team toolbox of everything they need to effectively run their team? Or are you tolerating them so they don't leave? I think that most brands really have this toleration of teams mentality. Yes, we have teams, and yes, we try and support them, but are you really building the systems and programs that actually go after teams? If you want to ramp up your recruiting, you really want to grow your brand or organization, think about this. You can go out there, and I want you to think about how hard it is to hire 100 agents. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of interviews. It's a lot of recruiting. It's a lot of events. It's all of the things that happen in recruiting. Or you could find and identify 25 people, either inside or outside of your current organization, that want to build teams and provide them with all of the things they need to be successful with a team, and let them go out and recruit all of their team members. 25 team leaders, all hiring 3 people, would give you that same 100 agents. So do you want 25 team leaders? You want to go hire 100 agents? It doesn't matter to me, but I want you to think about the math. If you go out and you hire the 100 agents, now you've got 25 mini sales managers that are developing the agents, that are leading the agents, that are doing the daily huddles, that are doing the activities to help each of those agents become productive. Teams are the greatest leverage for any broker, owner, or brand that exists. So I encourage you to look at your team offering. If you need help with it, reach out to Workman. We have everything you need for your teams. Let me give you the next stat, which I think is phenomenal. 81% believe that being on a team makes them more money. 81%. 81% of agents that are on a lower split earn more, take more money home to their families, even though they're on a lower split. And it's because they're put in an environment which we call a culture of productivity, where they just flat out become more productive. Bottom line is this: teams work. And the team studies show that the consumer today, the agents today, want to be part of something special, something bigger, more about than just themselves. They want to have a better lifestyle. They want more time with their family and their friends. They want to be able to travel, and being on a team gives them the freedom to be able to do things they love in life, as well as become more productive and serve more families. So think about teams, add teams to your arsenal, and download, absolutely free, just click on the link right below, a copy of our Unexpected Impact of Teams in Real Estate. I'll give you a copy of it free, and look at what you can do to elevate your business, your brand, your brokerage with the team concept.